Welcome back to the podcast, Mostly Superheroes, here in St. Louis, Missouri, in the basement with a really music-themed one, as you could tell from our intro today, really making me think about how we open up this show maybe for years to come. That is way too much fun, and we're welcoming in some friends of the show and some local musicians and really good folks doing some really awesome work in the St. Louis area, the Midwest area, and a lot of worldwide experience, I know as well. We're, of course, talking about the Brazilian live music band Samba Bom.
Yes.
Welcome to the studio. I have been practicing, of course, Rebecca Feitosa da Fonte.
Yes, you got
Dr.
it.
Da Fonte.
Da Fonte.
Da Fonte.
Yes.
I've been practicing. I didn't say I was practicing correctly.
Yeah, you got it.
And Moacyr.
Yes.
Marchini.
Yes.
A lot of people call you Mo.
Because my name is so damn hard. No less.
How did I do?
It was
Moacyr.
great. Yeah. You have to make 3 syllables, but people just want to say 1 syllable. So was. Like that's what they want to say. Was.
And you can hear me. I do the same thing. I try to get it over with quickly. Maybe that'll help me. But guys, welcome to Mostly Superheroes.
Thank you.
Yay,
Yes.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.
Been on the list for a while.
my-
You guys have been playing all over town. I've seen you personally at Festival of Nations. I know that you play the at Barcelona, the Grandel, the Hilo, the Focal Point. Those are some shows you have coming up. But you've also played at our Screen and Social in 2023 at Alamo Draft House. And you're playing all over town. And Mo, you've been doing this like 32 years.
Here in St. Louis.
Here in St. Louis, but a
Yeah.
lifelong musician, I assume.
Yeah. No, actually.
And I want to hear about
yeah.
your background and Rebecca's, but maybe let's start with you because you're the director, the producer, you're the performer in Samba Bom.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like a good place to start. What's your background? Where are you from? And where'd you get to Samba Bom?
Yeah, I'm from São Paulo, Brazil, and I always been involved with samba music. Since I was 10, 11 years old, I remember playing percussion. My strength is always the percussion. Those big Mardi Gras parades that we have in Brazil, the carnival, we call carnival. That's what my strength is over there. But, in Brazil, it's kind of hard because you have to go to school at night. Like once you reach 14, 15, you start working. So I start working during the day, like and go to school at night. So there was no time for music. And music, something that and once, like I moved to the U.S., like I moved over here in 85, and then I had some time because I had no school anymore. But I had kids. So like then I started like really doing music. But when I decided to be a musician, like I was 30 years old, pretty much. So then I started taking class, like learning how to read music and start playing. Back then I was living in Chicago. In Chicago, there was like a need for Brazilian music. There was only a Brazilian jazz band there called Sounds of Brazil. And then but there was nothing for real Brazilians. So I started like a samba school. So like I started a Chicago samba school. And then I'm writing a book about it. So like I have 70% ready. Like pretty soon I'm gonna have
I
have a
didn't
book.
know that.
Yes.
That's cool.
But my life gets busy, so I postpone it. So but I'll get there soon.
Well, a life well lived in music and philanthropy and helping out the next generation. I've read an article from Voyage STL with you, and I also read a nice little bio from your friends over at ChicagoSamba.com.
Yes. It's a group that I started over there too. So I still go there. I still lead that group as well. So I go back and forth the 2 cities playing Brazilian music.
Wonderful. And the band, Samba Bom, I got introduced to it through my personal good friend here, who I know is Rebecca. People call you Becca,
Yes.
or they call you Dr.
Da Fonte.
Da Fonte. They're calling you Dr. Da Fonte. You're a dentist
Yes.
twice over.
Yes.
Originally from Brazil, and we've been really good friends for many years now.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. And that's how I got introduced to Samba Bom. So I want to hear the story. Let's start with your story, Rebecca.
Yeah.
You're like where you grew up and the journey, and then we'll get to the band.
Yeah, I grew up in the country in São Paulo, a very small town in the middle of the woods. It's a beautiful place called Itaí, and I started singing. I mean, since I can remember being a human, I think I was 4, and I was already singing on stages at schools and doing little presentations. So my parents are also they love music. A little bit of background from where does the passion of music come from. I'm actually adopted, and have a lot of you had a lot of childhood trauma and everything, and music actually helped me through all of those struggles as a child, and going through adolescence and everything, teenage years. And music was always there for me, and I love music, love singing. I was always singing in my rooms. My neighbors would be, oh my gosh, that shit's too loud. Can you turn that down? I'm like, nope, I'm gonna sing out loud. That's how I go. And yeah, I had my first band with my cousins, like garage band, and we actually played like 90s rock music, like Cranberries, Pearl Jam. We were like Radiohead. Yes.
I didn't know this.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Yes, Evanescence. I was like really like into rock and roll. And then coming to the U.S., I met my husband during dental school. I went to dental school in Brazil and met my husband there, Luke, your lovely friend and my lovely husband.
I like that. I got the credit first.
Yes, you met him first.
Sweet Luke.
Yeah, sweet Luke. And we moved to United States, and so the first thing I did whenever I moved to the States was look for a band. Like, is there a Brazilian band in St. Louis? That was my question. I went on Facebook and I found Samba Bom. I was like, oh my gosh, let me text this guy over here. That was Moacyr. Send him a text like, hey, I just got to St. Louis. I'm a singer. I'm looking for a band over here. I cannot live without singing. So just FYI. So he was so kind. Thank you so much, Moacyr.
You had found the jackpot though, right?
Yes.
From your shopping, and you found what you were looking for.
Yes. It was crazy. It was meant to be. He was like, come on over. Like, we're going to perform in Barcelona. I think it was a Wednesday. This was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me like, hey, come on over. Let's have you sing a couple songs. And they really liked me. I was like, yay, you did a good job. and then like 2021, I think, I became the lead singer for Samba Bom.
It was a funny story. Like Kelly Valentina was the singer back then, and she was there in the gig when they invited her to come over. And then Kelly, like in the end of the show, so like you can start hiring her. I don't know. She liked Rebecca so much because she said like you can start hiring her. Like I don't mind. So like I said, why do you want to leave? No, I don't want to leave. So no, just she's gonna have her time, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kelly Valentina left, and Rebecca was covering her. Like anytime that she couldn't do any show, like Rebecca would cover her, and that's what happens.
I remember seeing you in like 2020 in COVID, and it was like one of the first times that we tried to like go outside and try something that was social distancing, and you were performing in the field next to the
Yamanja.
The Brazilian restaurant in Benton Park. And I just remember seeing, and I was like, oh, this is I don't know if that was all Samba Bom, maybe some.
That was not really like.
It wasn't. That was just more like musicians, right?
Yeah, but we just gathered people. Hey, we are craving for music, for live music, and I just gathered a bunch of musicians that I'm friends with, and I'm like, hey, let's go do a concert, a social distancing and respecting everybody's space, and that's how that happened.
And that was just a random night, but I knew. So you were performing with Samba Bom during that time, and it was the road to being the lead singer. Which, man, I'll talk about the places I've seen you guys, and just really outstanding performances at Festival of Nations and Joe's Cafe, which like you've introduced us to, and we're just over the moon for that place.
Yeah, people don't know Joe's Cafe over here. It's such a sanctuary for music.
They're on my list to get the owner in here and hear more about the story. And I know that it's like a small shop with these little shows, but it's just a magical place. It's
an art gallery as well. Like if you go outside, there's a giant robot. It's such a cool place to explore. It reminds me a little bit of the City Museum. I believe there's something similar there. I love that place. It's such a unique spot there. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your backgrounds. I know it's a lot in a small amount of time, and I want to talk some more about the music and the community. And we're doing a mixed up episode today, so I thought maybe we could do a little music.
Sure.
Would you guys mind playing a little bit, singing a little bit, and hearing from Samba Bom here recording in the studio? One of the first times we've had musicians in here, so thank you guys.
You want to do a berimbau? Berimbau?
I think a girl.
Girl?
passes, each one she passes goes, ooh. When she walks, she's like a samba that sways so cool and swings so gentle that when she passes, each one she passes goes, oh, but I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly, but each day as she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Se ela soubesse que quando ela passa, o mundo inteirinho se enche de graça e fica mais lindo por causa do amor, por causa do amor, por causa do amor.
Hey, it's Logan from Mostly Superheroes, the podcast, here with a very special announcement. Alamo Drafthouse St. Louis hosts their program Charity on Tap, where they support local groups and organizations that need their help. Next up on Charity on Tap at Alamo Drafthouse St. Louis is Team Jakey, End the Stigma. Team Jakey has been ending the stigma in the St. Louis area for over 11 years, helping advocate for mental health resources and support, and partnering up with groups like the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Missouri and Provident Behavioral Health in St. Louis. And it's not just Alamo Drafthouse teaming up. We, of course, have our friends Four Hands Brewing Company helping us out as well. Beginning April 1st at Alamo Drafthouse St. Louis, for every Four Hands citywide American Pale Ale purchased, $1 will be donated to Team Jakey to help support their mission to end the stigma. To kick off this awesome collaboration, on April 3rd, Thursday, at 5 p.m. to around 8 p.m., come and join Team Jakey, Four Hands, and Alamo, and Mostly Superheroes for our happy hour launch party to kick off this awesome collaboration that runs from April 1st through June 30th. So go get you a citywide at Alamo Drafthouse and support Team Jakey. The first 100 patrons will receive a prize pack, a limited edition koozie, and sticker pack, and more. Big thank you to Alamo Drafthouse St. Louis for their generosity with Charity on Tap, and Four Hands Brewing Company for helping out with the cause as well. You can learn more about Team Jakey on Facebook and at mostlysuperheroes.com/Team Jakey. You can also see our event details and see us on April 3rd. Learn more about that at mostlysuperheroes.com/events. That's mostlysuperheroes.com/events. Hey, it's Logan from Mostly Superheroes, and we're teaming up with Team Jakey and Four Hands Brewing Company to bring you some awesome community events. Free-to-play TV and film trivia bingo. Thursday night, April 24th. Mark your calendars, come out to Four Hands Brewery, downtown location. Doors open at 5. Bingo from 6 to 9. Play solo or with a team, and have a good time with Team Jakey, Mostly Superheroes, some surprise guests, and amazing prizes from all your favorite local businesses like Steve's Hot Dogs, Four Hands Brewing Company, The Royale Food and Spirits, The Gramophone, The Voltron Store, City Winery, St. Louis, and many more. We'll see you Thursday night, April 24th. Come out for TV and film trivia bingo and find all of our event information at mostlysuperheroes.com/events. And we have an announcement. Taps for Team Jakey is back. Sam Zeller, how are you, man? Welcome back.
Better after this news.
This is good news.
This is long time coming. 8 years plus since we've had this event, so this is going to be great.
May 22nd at the Four Hands downtown. Yeah, we got a mutual friend in Four Hands. You guys have been working with him forever. And May 22nd, mark your calendar, 2025, Team Jakey's back.
Yeah, I want to pack the place.
Yeah.
As much as they'll let us.
Let's start with Rebecca this time and go back to Mo. Please talk to us about being a dentist twice. You mentioned being in dental school in Brazil. I know your
Yes.
journey, but let's let you speak your journey. And
Yes.
you're a doctor, you're a
Yes.
dentist. That's the happy
Yeah.
ending. But what's
Yeah.
the story there?
Yeah. So, crazy thing. In Brazil, you don't go to like a grad school. You are supposed to know what you're going to be at 17 and 18-year-old, right after high school. So I was like, Mom, I want to be an actress. And then I applied to acting school, and I was, Mom, I also want to be a teacher. And I applied to teaching school. I wanted to be an English teacher. And then, my aunt came over, and she's a dentist there in Brazil, and she was like, "Why don't you apply for a dentistry?" I'm like, "Oh, me, a dentist? I don't know, but okay." I applied for it, and then I got in, and all of them, I got accepted, in all of them, and my parents were like, "You're gonna be a dentist, okay?"
This is gonna work.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Mom, I want to be an actress, and but yeah, I went to dental school in Brazil. That was 6 years. It was at night. So it was seeing patients from 6 to 11 and at p.m. And I fell in love with it. There's a lot of art in dentistry. There's a lot of structure in dentistry that also helped me a ton. So personally, and talking to people and helping them, finding out what's hurting over there, what can I do, what can I help, it really gave me a purpose. And when I moved to United States, I was like, I miss dentistry. I was like not practicing for like 4 years. I was living here. And then my husband was always talking, why don't you try getting in? There's an international program over here in Alton, Illinois. And I was like, oh my gosh, do you think I can? Like, I don't know. That sounds really, really hard. I took a bunch of tests and everything to get in. And oh my gosh, I got in. And that was insane. It's really hard to get in. It's only 6 people that get selected. Over 300 people apply every year. And it was such a blessing. I got in, and I had to do dentistry for 2 years to have my license and start practicing here. And now I've been practicing for 6 months in Central West End.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
Where's your dentist office? What's the name of your dentist office?
It's Premier Dental Partners. And yeah, you guys can book a new patient exam with me.
I'll give it up for you. That was a journey. That was such a road. It was hard and fun watching you live it.
Yeah.
Because it was like, man, I had all the PTSD from college, and
yes.
that's much harder college than what I did. And you did it again. And we're also proud of you.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
And still jamming with Samba Bom.
Oh yeah, I can.
You always have to have that music outlet, you know, and then you're a new mom.
Yes.
I mean, it's hard. We can't not mention little baby Yvonne.
Little baby Yvonne. She's 8 months now, and she just brings us so much joy. It's so amazing to watch her grow, and how wonderful she is. She loves music already, of course.
Of course, no choice.
We have music all over, and I actually have a little video of her playing the pandero already. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna hire her for Samba Bom.
The next generation.
Yes.
Okay, Moacyr,
Yes.
I'm looking at you.
Okay.
You love music. You do manage the band. You're doing it all, right? You're doing the bookings. You're booking the musicians. You're making sure that you're negotiating the deals. But you're also doing the teachings and helping with like students of music as well. Where are you spending a lot of your time? Is it really the band that takes up most of it with all the shows you have going on and the PR, or is there other stuff you're working on too?
Yeah, 2 bands takes a lot of time to book, like, and manage, like, the shows, because every show, so many emails with the client, and then you have to pass all that information to the musicians and dancers. And here in St. Louis, we don't have a dancer now, but in Chicago, like, there's the shows like has 8 dancers sometimes, so you have to big costumes and those Mardi Gras costumes, and it takes a lot of time. But I do work for Springboard St. Louis, and I teach arts at school. Like, I have 4 programs with them in Brazilian culture. One is the residency, like 5 days where I put a Mardi Gras parade with the kids. We make instruments, we make costumes. It's a lot of teaching about the Amazon, about geography, about the culture. And this is one of the programs. The other one is just a workshop, like 1 hour workshop. And The other one is a show that we tell, like it's a trio, and we tell the history of Brazil through music. It's a 45-minute show that we go to the school, like, and then the audience, like, average 300 kids. So we
Wow,
do a
yeah.
show, like, and then we describe the history from Brazil through music, from the indigenous people of Brazil to the arrival of the Portuguese, like the way they brought like the Africans to Brazil, and in this new culture, the Afro-Brazilian culture, like it started from that. Now, so like we make sure like we pass that information to the kids, and the other one is that I haven't done it many, but I did a couple. It's music maker. I teach the kids how to do like compose a song, a very simple song, like with 2 chord progressions, but then I teach them how to compose. So I teach them like how to build the lyrics, how to do like what onomatopoeia, how to rhyme, like and all those things from grammar. Like I teach them how to do that, and they compose a little song together, and then we usually do a presentation with that. We did twice at Sheldon, so the kids come to the Sheldon and want a special night over there for the kids, so they do a little presentation there. So there's you can find that Springboard St. Louis. .org, I think.
SpringboardSt.Louis.org.
Yeah.
If you're interested in more programming like that. And then
Yeah.
people can obviously get in touch with you at sambabom.com. So
Yeah.
like if someone's hearing that this type of program or they're interested, they could get in touch with you.
Yes, and all the information is over there. But if you search live Brazilian music in St. Louis, you're gonna find us too. So that's a good way to find us. Do a little search, and then we're gonna be there. Like there's a lot of shows.
Let's talk about your shows. Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about the shows that you're excited about coming. I got some up on the screen here for a little help, but talk about the ones you want to talk about. What's coming up?
Tonight? Well, this show gonna go on the air tonight? Like
It probably won't come out quite today, but today on March 26th, in case it
Yes.
does, what's happening?
a trio we're gonna be playing at Barcelona. So Barcelona Tapas Bar
In Clayton.
Yeah. Dr. Rebecca will not gonna be able to make because
I got baby.
Yeah, you have Baby and Luke.
Yes,
and just
yes.
putting your feet up for a second after
Yes.
dentist.
Yeah, but we'll be there tonight with two great myself, Luke Saylor is a great piano player, and Ben Schaefer is a wonderful Benjamin
Wonderful
Schaefer.
musician.
Seen
wonderful
Ben
saxophone.
quite a bit. He's great on the
Yes.
sax.
Yeah, saxophone. So it'll be 3 of us. I think will be a lot of fun to be there.
I do have to tell the story of band just a little quick whenever.
Please, let's
Yeah.
do it now.
Okay.
What do you got?
Because I hope it's okay to share this, but my goodness, like his story. So his parents, they met at a Samba Bom concert.
This is Ben.
This is Ben's parents.
Yeah.
What's Ben's
the,
last name?
The saxophone,
The sax-
Benjamin Schaefer.
Okay, so his
So-
parents met.
Met
Yeah.
at a Samba Bom's concert. Yeah.
Wait, before he was born,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and now
Yeah.
he's born,
And now-
he's in the band.
And now he's in the band.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh! I had to really, it broke my brain for a minute.
Yes.
That's how
Yes.
long you've been doing this.
Yes.
Yes.
But what a story!
Uh-huh.
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah. I wish
gosh.
he was here to tell, but I tell the story to everybody because it's so beautiful. Such a beautiful love story. And
Oh.
like for them to see their son playing in the band, I get
It's like-
I get goosebumps.
It's like
So
they come
just-
back and see it. It's just probably
yes,
like having this moment.
yes.
They have such a specific thing.
Yes, and we one time they had their anniversary, and I told this story on stage and offered them a song because
Oh.
it's just
I'm a
beautiful.
sucker for a love story. so-
Yes, and it's such a beautiful one. I had to share it. Hope it's okay.
Well, this is really good because you've been doing this a long time. What stories do you have? Like, anything
so-
coming to mind with big exciting moments, people that you've met, a performance that went just really well, an impact with a group of people or a cause, just a show that you were like, wow, that was something, because you've done a lot of things that probably felt like milestones
Mhm.
to get you to the next thing. Any of those coming to mind?
Oh, there's so many. Like what I like is like the little contact with people. That's one thing that I like the most.
The
But there's a lot
energy.
of stories like that. No, like this one, like that was with a group in Chicago, and we were playing at Detroit Art Museum, and then we were doing a big show over there, like with dancers. It was a full band, like 10 musicians, like 6 dancers. It was huge. And then I look on the side of there was a Diego Rivera mural there,
Oh.
And then I said, it was Frida Kahlo's
Mhm.
husband, right? So
Yes.
so there was this mirror over there, like, and then I started looking at that, and then I missed the chords that I was playing, you know, like, so 'cause I got so impacted by that. And I'm like,
Yes.
but
I just took you.
and then when I
OMG.
realized it was him who had done that, no, like it was so. I'm like, there's so many little things like this. I'm like,
Yes.
there's always in every show. There's really some sweet thing that happened. People
Yes.
come like, so, come like tipping cheers. It's like, oh, this song reminds me
Oh,
of this and that. Like,
yeah.
let me pay you a drink. And
Yeah.
I said, okay, of course.
It's always
No, like,
nice to have a little
And
a
you
little treat.
and you
Yeah.
all are like the kind of one of the names in the game when it comes to Brazilian live music in the area,
Yes.
like and beyond. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I see people at your shows up dancing and singing.
Oh yeah.
As you know, as like I'm thinking of like the songs that get me up on my feet, and these do too, even though I don't know them. But these
Yes.
people know them.
Yes, and
they're
they
singing
sing along. They
them.
sing out
Yes.
loud. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite shows, I think, is the Muni that we do like a full in the entire week singing like before a performance there. And it's so much fun because it's, you know, at this yard. People come just for us sometimes, and they have picnics, and it's just so much fun to have people dancing, and it's so warm outside, and that's the real feeling of like the Brazilian atmosphere. Ooh,
Mhm.
that's a tough word.
It's a tough American word.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the St. Louis humidity is reminiscent of Brazil. I haven't been. Is it different?
It can't. Yeah,
Because you could
kinda
get a
like
hot,
that.
muggy summer day. I
Oh,
don't know if it's
yeah.
hot. Maybe it's not hot and muggy in Brazil. I don't know.
Oh, some
days
areas
are,
we
yeah.
have. It's such a huge country. We have all kinds of.
Right. I talk about it as if it's
Yeah.
like, you know, what temperature is it in Brazil?
Yeah,
Um,
mostly always warm.
Mostly warm.
Yes. My hair loves it.
Right. Gets bigger and bigger.
Oh yeah,
All right.
higher the better.
This makes me want to ask, what are your favorite venues you've played anywhere? I mean, and you can rattle them off, honestly. I mean,
One thing, like we don't do like regularly what other bands do, you know, like but I like the Sheldon a lot, the Sheldon, Joe's Cafe,
Yeah.
but we do a lot of festival, we do a lot of private parties, like
Mhm.
you know, we have a following too, like you know, we do Focal Point. I love playing
Oh
Focal
yeah,
Point.
we're gonna
Actually,
be at the Focal Point
Yeah.
April 12th,
yeah.
and that's gonna be a very, very nice concert. It's more like a bossa nova style, very intimate listening. You know, if you want to experience more of that, and we're gonna be there April 12th.
It will be like a concert. It will be a full band, so
Mhm.
6 musicians. It'll be like
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
that's always a fun one. My favorite spot is Joe's Cafe. Like, yeah,
the
I
little stage,
love
Yeah.
that area.
the radio sign, just like it gets like the light show. He does
Ah.
such a great job. Whoever's doing the lights is
Oh,
nailing it.
it.
Jim.
Jim,
Yeah,
yeah.
give it up for Jim.
Yeah, give it up. And Joe's Cafe.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, if you don't know Joe's Cafe, please.
Yeah.
And you can find all this again at sambabom.com. That's
Mhm.
SAMBABOM. And you guys are on social media. You can find you there. I know you have your events on your website, but also on Facebook. You do a great job managing all of that to get the word out.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, April 12th at the Focal Point. I see that.
Yeah.
What about the High Low? Tell me about that show.
Oh, the high low is something that I'm doing with my yoga teacher. Her name is Sheila Pride.
Sheila Pride, and this is a fundraiser.
It's a fundraiser for those two organizations, ACLU and Wise Life.
Immigrants' rights.
Yeah, because like a lot of immigrants are being treated unfair over here in this country with this new administration, and then you know, we decided to do something to help those organizations. Like, so we
Yes.
are volunteering our work, and High Low gave us the space as well. Like
Wow.
with just little fees over there that we had to pay,
Yeah.
insurance and little things like that. But we're really hoping people are gonna go. I'm gonna do a workshop, a Brazilian percussion workshop for at least 30 people. I'm gonna bring 30 instruments, and so we're gonna mix yoga and samba. That's what we're gonna do. So like we're gonna put it together. I'm gonna do and there'll be a dancer doing the transition too. There'll be a Brazilian dancer doing the transition. I don't have that dancer yet, but I know I have.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
You'll make it happen.
If it does,
And if you need somebody, you have my number.
oh,
Yeah.
I do yoga. This is a yoga household.
Yeah,
The
good.
samba I might have to learn.
Rebecca is a good dancer too.
Yes.
So like
Ah,
so.
yes.
Get you in the feathers? Is it-
Nope.
No.
Nope.
That's Mardi Gras.
Yes.
Take this as a half invite, okay?
All right, I'll think about it.
He's trying to convince you right now. I can see it in his eyes.
So
okay, go ahead.
we're looking for that one over there because
is that a public open to the public?
it's
at,
open to the
at
public.
High-Low,
yeah.
April 6th from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
Samba and yoga.
Yeah, so we have we're trying to as a fundraiser, like
Yeah.
so people are going to go over there. Like there is a minimum to attend, and it's
donations.
and donations too.
Mhm.
We're accepting donations because we're not going to keep any of the money. Like we're
Yeah.
donating our time.
That's very nice. That's the philanthropy that you're working out, and
Yeah.
that good makes good type of thing. And you're working with good organizations. It's
Yeah.
community. We're doing a lot of nonprofit work with our friends Team Jakey in the mental health space. You guys,
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't even maybe know you were part of that at the first screen in social, but you were. And now there's
Yeah.
even more stuff on the calendar. So now I need to meet with you guys again because we
Yes.
got more stuff on the calendar than ever. But staying off of me, staying on you. What else is not listed here that you're looking forward to? And we didn't talk about the Grandel, but we could definitely plug that. That's March 29th.
Yeah.
That's going to be Love in Brazil from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Doors at 7. The Grandel Theater, March 29th. So
Yeah.
that looks pretty cool with Drea vocals.
Yeah, Drea.
Yeah.
Drea.
Drea.
She approached me the other. She was doing a show and she wants to do like a Brazilian bossa nova, and then she needs help with the pronunciation. So like I helped her, like I always help musicians to do. I don't like to do like private lessons and stuff like that. But if you need help, come to me. Like and then I'll pretty much help you with some skills that I have. And that was the case with her. So I went to see her show. It was a wonderful little show. Like she called Love in Brazil, and then she did a CD, and then she's doing a CD release party now on the 29th. It will be this weekend. March 29, and then she invited us to open for the show for her. But we're gonna play only 30 minutes, so like it's
we're
not a
just
full
opening for her.
It's gonna
quick
be
opening.
a quick-
Yeah. But
Okay.
I one of the things that I love to do too is all the private shows that we do for like weddings. Those are so much fun. It's so, oh my gosh, it just brings me warms my heart, to see the bride and the groom and they're dancing to our song and we're being part of such a special moment of their lives. So I really just wanted to mention that it's every single wedding that we do, they're all so special to me and I always remember them.
Yeah,
a lot different than like just the public events, which you guys plenty of. But the fact that you're doing those private bookings, that's awesome.
Yeah, one thing like on the business of wedding, because there's a whole wedding business over there. The first thing that I tell the clients are like, we are not a wedding band.
Yeah, we're not.
You're not hiring the wedding singer.
Yeah,
we're not playing shout.
We can do, we won't. We can do one or two songs over there for you that you ask, but we have our repertoire. So like you're gonna hear like Brazilian music. We're gonna do a lot of things in English and Spanish if you want to. But that's what it is. No?
Yeah.
There was an event recently called The Reception by Tenacious Eats. Chef Liz Schuster. She puts on like big food events that she matches with movies. And it was called The Reception, and they were kind of poking fun at some of the funny things about, especially Missouri weddings. And I assume that one of those things that you probably have seen is like just a lot of music requests.
Yeah.
Probably have a lot of people coming up being like, "Can you play Freebird?"
Yeah, but if the wedding is with a Brazilian, at least one of of them is Brazilian.
Yeah, it's always like a Brazilian wedding.
I see.
Yeah.
See, this is my closed-minded white guy perspective. Some white guy hiring a Brazilian band, hoping he's getting AC/DC. I don't know.
But in the same token, they'll ask for songs too, like that. And most of the musicians are jazz musicians, like Rebecca and I are Brazilian. Ben Schaefer, that we mentioned before, is half Brazilian, but the other 3 or 4 guys, they are American, so they are jazz musicians. So they have the music, so like they know the music that we play. But I don't. So the Brazilians come like, oh, play this song and play this song, like.
And then you get those requests,
and
you're like, well, and maybe you want to play some of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah. So sometimes they don't know that the piano player don't know this. We don't have the music either. So it happens to us too.
Yeah, we come prepared, but we're always, open to like some requests, but you gotta really be careful with the requests.
All right, so we're approaching the end, and I think I'd like to like end with a song.
Okay.
If you guys are down. So before we get there, and we'll close out with a song. what else? What else is on your hearts? You know, you get to play with this band. It's a rotating group of musicians. You play with a lot of different groups of people, so you never know who you might see at a Samba Bom performance.
No, usually we have.
But it's usually the same set
Yeah.
mostly?
Now we're having like.
Because I see you're right.
Yeah.
I see the pictures. I just see like maybe one or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes some, maybe the pianist can't do it that day, so we'll have some different people. But yeah, but
Usually we have 6 of us over there that we like to play together. That's like the first one to call.
Yeah.
And sometimes they are not available. Then you have like a backup. But
I wanna tell their names a little bit here. Give it up for Chris Fabic.
Yeah.
Mark Plummer
Yeah.
on the bass.
Chris Fabic with Samba Bom for 30 years already. I met
Yes.
him. Yeah. When I moved over here in '93, and I started doing some percussion workshops at Colca. And Chris took those. That was '93, '94. And
That's
Chris,
when I was
so
born.
Yeah.
Big stuff that year.
Yeah.
So Chris took all those, but he was so good. Like on the second one, he was helping me to teach.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Yes. Chris Fabic on the drums, Mark Plummer on the bass, and we have Ben Stitzel on the piano and Ben Schaefer on the saxophone, and
Luke
yes,
Saylor,
Luke Saylor also on the piano. Yeah, he always does a wonderful job. Like
They would have
huge
killed
fan.
you guys if you wouldn't have given them some love.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness, what are we doing here?
Who else can you shout out? There's been some people that help you over the years.
We have some dancers like that dance with us too. No, like sometimes we have shows with dancers. But
Yes, I've seen
but
some dancers at the Mardi Gras show at Joe's, I think,
Yeah.
last year.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Bia.
Bia carries.
yeah.
She wonderful performers.
Yeah. So like they're not, for one reason or not, they're not dancing with us right now. So like
Yeah.
but they did a lot of things in the past, like for the band. No.
Mm-hmm.
Sailor Moon fans, get ready. We have an event coming up for you at the Fabulous Fox in St. Louis, Missouri. Tuesday, April 8th. Prepare to be enchanted. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the Super Live. The groundbreaking 2.5D musical is bringing the iconic Sailor Moon universe to life like never before. This stunning stage adaptation, based on the legendary manga and anime, transports audiences into a dazzling world of magic, friendship, and justice. With its electrifying performances, unforgettable choreography, and show-stopping music. This production was the first ever 2.5D musical to hit North American stages, ushering in a new era of live theater that merges the visual style of manga and anime with the immersive power of live performance. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the Super Live, is a one-of-a-kind experience that will captivate fans of all ages. With book, lyrics, and direction by Kari Mira, who you'll recognize from The Musical Prince of Tennis and Tokyo Revengers the Musical. Choreography by Satomi Toma, and music by Go Sakabi and Kyohi. This is your chance to see Sailor Moon like never before, live on stage in a spectacular 2.5D musical event. Feel the magic, witness the excitement, and be part of the phenomenon that's captured the hearts of millions worldwide. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the Super Live, Tuesday, April 8th at the Fabulous Fox in St. Louis. Get tickets now at fabulousfox.com. Enter to win tickets from Mostly Superheroes, the podcast, at mostlysuperheroes.com/contests. Don't miss your chance to see Sailor Moon live. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, Super Live at the Fabulous Fox in St. Louis. Tuesday, April 8th. Get your tickets now at fabulousfox.com.
Hi, everyone. I'm interrupting this podcast to talk about another podcast. Hi, I'm Randy Naughton. You know that lady from TV for so many years? Well, I too have a podcast called More to Say with Randy Naughton. Interesting conversations with interesting people. And when I say interesting, I mean amazing people. What about the Mac Daddy of all sportscasters, Bob Costas? Phyllis from The Office. Phyllis Smith is her name. Alan Hunter, one of the original MTV VJs. We talk to people about medicine, about tech, about travel, you name it. Great conversations. Now, they're, again, not interviews, they're conversations. So you never know where they're going to take us. Make sure when you're done with this podcast, check mine out. It's called More to Say with Randy Naughton, available wherever you stream your podcast.
You've heard others, but nothing could prepare you for the shameful stupidity that is the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Hear Imran,
So if you offend everyone at once, it's a wash. I've covered everybody.
Anthony,
Sorry, I was texting. Say that again.
and Rug Boy
Yeah, whenever there's a snowstorm, my slack hole tightens up.
as they talk over one another.
Just exactly
John
the same
Connor
as,
was the
as
fucking Terminator.
We're talking over each other. It's fine.
Sorry.
Swear
I had boobies.
and ask you for money.
Just give us the money.
Witness the hubris as they claim to be the world's authority on comic book movies.
Who said?
Never said that. You've never said that.
Who cares? A jock said that.
Comic book, TV, movie reviews, news, and whatever they choose. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you find your favorite podcasts. The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Campy, silly, goofy fun.
Seriously, people really listen to this.
Talking nerd.
Well, I think the best place to stay informed with you all is your website and also get the newsletter. I like getting your e-blast because it just gets everything in one place. So at sambabom.com, you can subscribe to
Yes.
the e-blast, to the newsletter, but
Yes.
also follow along on Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect, yeah.
Anywhere else you send people to stay in touch? And what are you looking for? You're looking for the private bookings, get informed about your shows, maybe some classes or some help in the musician space for even youngsters or beyond. It sounds like you'll work with any musicians in town. And,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you guys are part of like a pretty big like Brazilian music network. It has little community.
Yeah.
And is there anything like that you want to plug in the Brazilian community space?
Oh, not only for the Brazilians, but the Latino too. I'm board member of an organization called Latinx Arts Network. And with them, I do a movie, Latino movie festival here in St. Louis. And it's going to be happening in April 25, 26, and 27. There will be a lot of things over there. We're just in the final final stage of organizing the whole thing. It is going to be up on the website as well. I'm going to send information through my bulk email list. So,
And you said that was April 24th, 25th,
25th, 26th, 27th.
And where's it going to be?
It will be at the Hi-Pointe. Will be the
theater.
movie, the theater, and the open ceremony will be at 21C, the Arts Hotel there, like in Locust and downtown.
Oh yeah.
So like it's a beautiful space. So we're gonna be on that day. There's a reception, and we're gonna be showing like the short movies there. Like it'll be I think 6 shorts, and in the even Brazilian movie, I'm Still Here. We're gonna be showing back again at the Hi-Pointe.
I haven't seen it yet.
So it'll be your chance to see it.
Well,
Our first
yeah.
Oscar. Yes, with Fernanda Torres.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
wonderful. Yeah.
You're starting to talk a little bit more our language. We're music, but movies. Let us help you with
Yeah.
that. We'll get to help you get the word out for that one.
One thing
Yes.
with that movie, like the soundtrack and the I'm Still Here is amazing. Like for Brazilian movie or Brazilian music for the period for the 70s, like with Chico Buarque, Milton Nascimento,
Oh,
Gal Costa,
yes.
Caetano Veloso, all those musicians has tracks on that movie. So like that's the music
Yes.
that was very hip back then in Brazil. Not like
Very nice. I'm
Very
glad we got to get
special.
into some movies. You're doing movie stuff
Yes.
too. I love it.
yeah. I'm always connected with the arts.
With the arts, yeah.
I have
Any
a
expression.
Yeah, I have a degree in advertising. That was mentioning before. When I was growing up, it was hard to because I have to work during the day and go to school at night, and then that's why I keep postponing music. But now I always play. So like it was something. There will be a time. There will be a time. So the time came. I was 30 years old.
Yep.
So it's been like 36 years now. Yeah, I said my age, right?
No.
No, I didn't.
It's up to you. But you're living the dream now.
Yes,
Right?
Yes,
he
I love
does-
it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
I
I
love
love
Moacyr so much. Like he does so much for this town. He does so much for the Brazilian community, and I just love working with you. You're
Thank
a
you.
wonderful musician.
Thank you.
And it's always a pleasure to sing with Samba Bom.
Thank you.
Yes.
A beautiful moment here on the podcast.
Some clapping over there. for
Oh,
that.
I love it. I love that's
well,
when
for Moacyr, this one is for you.
that's when
man.
you really
Yeah.
become a friend of the show immediately when you start telling me to push the
Yeah.
button. I've realized. And Melissa said, push that button. That's for me.
Well, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm so impressed with I'm going to call it your career, your life. And I'm really impressed with making it work for what your passions do. And then you mix that with the arts and philanthropy and helping out your community. You talk about making that picture perfect world, and I've been working hard to make my world similar to be able to do what we can do. And Carrie's upstairs working hard to do what she can do. And, we didn't have Christmas and we didn't have Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But you get over those humps and you start to see your days take shape. And I see that in you.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
I'm very impressed. And once you teamed up with one of my best friends for sure here, Rebecca, I knew it, and I was so glad to see you be able to plug into. I knew you had that fire in you to sing, and we've done karaoke so loud in your house. You hosted karaoke parties.
If you ever need a sub for me, get Logan.
You get me the lyrics.
He has a beautiful voice too.
Thank you. I do enjoy singing. I don't do it enough. I miss it.
Yes. We're needing a karaoke party over here.
You just need a regular straight white guy voice. Is that what you want? I don't know. You guys are more flavorful. I feel like I'm gonna bring I'll sing some Garth Brooks or something. I'm just kidding. Everyone on this podcast knows I'm not really a country fan. I am a Garth Brooks fan. Funny enough.
I just want to send a message to anyone struggling over there with depression, anxiety. That's such a huge part of everybody's day to day, and I just give you an advice throw yourself in music, throw yourself in art, and let that shape you as much as you can, but also seek some therapy, because that was such a huge help for me, and I just like to share that to everybody. And
thank you so much for saying that. We live the message and the stigma on this podcast, and that started with our friends Team Jakey, but it's about mental health, self-care, feeling comfortable, and if you're uncomfortable, take notice, and start to make some changes,
and find your passion,
and go towards it, and go toward the good people in your life. That's really beautiful. And if you're really struggling, we ask you to reach out to the show and find Team Jakey on Facebook. And then if you don't want to reach out to a random podcast, I don't blame you. I'd call 988. That's the national hotline where anyone can call. And that's supported by local groups, even still, that help make that national phone number happen, like Provident Behavioral Health in St. Louis. 988 you can call, and there are therapists waiting to talk to you completely free.
I love that.
And if you're not a call person, you can text 741-741. So we just, we know those resources are out there. We have them listed at mostlysuperheroes.com/give. And Mo, you got any advice? You're a man lived. I'd like to know what you'd offer up.
Well, I think we have to think like things that happen daily in your life. One thing that I see right now is like, for example, like the struggle, like the federal employees are going through, like being fired with no reason. People that have been working for the government for 30, 40 years, and suddenly they don't have a job. And another one too is like for the immigrants that come to this country. Rebecca and we are immigrants. So people that are looking for like a better life. I would say 99.9% of the immigrants, of those 13 million people that are here, like they're honest people. They're just looking for a better life and stuff like this. And things in Central America and South America is not easy. And we are the rich cousin over here in the north. So they're just looking for a better way of life. And they're hard work people. They're very honest. They built their lives over here with house, with kids. The kids went to school, and suddenly they're losing everything. So we have to look up for the people.
We're all in it together. Every single one of us over here. We got to team up and make sure everybody is getting what they need, and trying to get people to comfortable and just be able to not just get by, but have lives. Samba Bom, sambabom.com. Live Brazilian music, private events. It's all happening. Sign up for that newsletter. Rebecca Feitosa
da Fonte.
I was saying Da Fonte.
Yes.
And Moacyr Marchini.
Yes.
You got it.
Thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And come back.
Yes.
Let's close out with some music if you guys don't mind.
For sure.
Take the fans away with this is Samba Bom here in the Mostly Superheroes studio.
Yes.
Mo and Becca.
Want to do a berimbau?
Yeah. Quem é homem de bem não trai o amor que lhe quer. Seu bem, quem diz muito que vai, não vai, assim como não vai. Não vem quem de dentro de si não não sai, vai morrer sem amar ninguém. O dinheiro de quem não dá é o trabalho de quem não tem. Capoeira que é bom não cai, mas se um dia ele cai, cai bem. Capoeira me mandou dizer que já chegou para a luta. Birimbau me confirmou, vai ter briga de amor, tristeza camarada. Capoeira me mandou dizer que já chegou para a luta. Birimbau me confirmou, vai ter briga de amor, tristeza camarada. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Birimbau, birimbau, birimba, birimba, birimbau.
Mostly Superheroes is proud to be funded in part by our sponsors. Mostly Superheroes is funded in part by paying patrons who receive early, ad-free, and exclusive episodes. Subscribe at mostlysuperheroes.com/support. Thank you for supporting your favorite independent podcast. Mostly Superheroes is an independent podcast owned and operated by Kerrigan Ventures in St. Louis, Missouri. Hosted by Logan Janis, Andy Hunn, and Scott Swearingen. Brand and creative by Carrie Clark Design. Music by Audionautics. Learn more at audionautics.com. Find more at mostlysuperheroes.com.